Good morning, everyone. It's nice having you here today. I'm so happy to be here for our presentation. My name is Janet Oluwadunsin, and I'm from New York. I will be so glad to know where you are connecting with me this morning. I can see so many places. Say hi to, good morning. I'm so excited to be here. You can quickly put it in the chat where you are connecting from. Michigan, San Francisco. Wow, I'm so excited. Dallas, Madrid, San Diego. Wow, Philadelphia, New York City. So nice to connect with everyone. Wow, thank you. California, China. Wow, nice, nice, nice. It's nice seeing everyone. Today, our topic is strategies for managing stress and maintaining well-being in the tech industry. It's night here, yes. It's morning in New York. It's morning in New York. Nice to meet you too, Nasir. Yes. Um, in case we have question, please we can put it in the question and answer section so we can discuss that after the presentation. To save our time, let's go into our presentation. We all know these days that managing stress in the tech industry. I remember when I just started in tech, it was so intense for me. I was trying to balance families and work at the same time, trying to work with adaptability. I had an agricultural economics background, moving into tech, learning different kinds of new technologies was so intense for me. At a point, I was not really paying attention to my health. I was so engrossed with the work. I really want to meet my deadlines. I want to, I really want to learn. I have this so much energy that I want to learn, I want to deliver, I want to impact. And this made me not to pay attention to my health. I was married then. I had delay in pregnancy for like 4 years. Luckily for me, I got pregnant during that period. But not paying attention to stress really became a companion for me than me paying attention to my health. And at a point, the day of delivery, I lost that pregnancy. The day of delivery, I was already in the hospital, and I lost the pregnancy. And this gave me a rethink of my life. That yes, as much as I need to meet deadlines, I want to work, I want to impact, my health is important at the same time. If there is an adage, I'm from Africa, there is an adage that says that the longevity of work is longer than your life. Meaning, if one passed on, the work will still continue. This has really given me a passion to start helping people, especially in the tech industry, to really pay attention to their health. I spend more time paying more attention to people's health, my colleagues. I always be on people's neck. Please find time to rest. Find time to take it easy. Find time to take a deep breath. And these have really helped me going, and these have helped me to really impact life in the tech industry. With this, on this first slide, I said you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to stop surf. Now, overview of stress in the tech industry. First thing, fast-paced innovation. We know how it is, different kinds of innovation coming up every day. Now we are in the era of AI. AI everywhere. If we really want to stay in tech, we have to. Even if we don't know about AI before, we really have to start learning excuse me, about AI now. Second thing is tight deadlines and burnout. We want to meet up with deadlines. We have a lot of things to attend to at the same time, and this causes burnout for us. The third one is skills upgrade and imposter syndromes. Oh, I don't think I have this capacity to do this. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I can do it. Or I'm more better. A is more better than me. Or I'm just graduating from college. I won't be able to fit up with this. And this causes a lot of stress for us. Now, identifying your stressor. In the chat, I would love us to write in the chat, what are the things that triggers our stress? What are the things that triggers our stress? Quickly in the chat, I want us to make this interactive. Things that triggers our stress. Can you please put it in the chat? Meetings every moment of the day. Yes. Deadlines. Deadline is one of the challenge for me as well. Yes. Micromanagement, deadlines, not feeling supported, my own expectations, unrealistic expectations. Yes. Imposter syndromes. Everybody go through this. Urgent and sudden issues. Yes. Urgent and sudden issues. I can relate with this very well. Yes, getting the next level. Yes, priority, rejection, toxic people. That's another thing that is that is part of that can lead to really stress, affecting our mental health in the tech industry. Toxic people. Toxic people. I always try as much as possible to address this toxicity at my place of work. Feeling behind, yes, feeling behind, lack of transparency, lack of work-life balance due to evening meetings, yes, procrastination and approaching deadlines. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate this. Now that we have noticed these things that causes stress for us, that trigger stress for us, there is a place of we working on addressing it so that it will not affect our health. Mind you, work is work, but your health is more important to you. Your family needs you. Your family needs you. Your loved ones needs you. So as much as you want to make money, as much as you want to impact, as much as you want to add value to people, you must try as much as possible to pay attention to what is triggering stress for you. Mindfulness for the tech mind. Introduction to mindfulness and its benefits in tech. Now, the first thing that can help us is we need to be conscious that this is stress. The last slide we spoke about what triggers it. Now, be conscious of it. And when you are conscious of it, the first thing you need to do is to calm down. I always use a strategy, BTA strategy. Breathe, think, and act. First of all, I take a deep breath. When I see that this is stress, I take a deep breath. Then I think about what I need to do, and I act. I take a step. So with that, it has really helped me to overcome a lot in a short period of time. And I see that procrastination, people not trying to help or assist or transparent, these have really helped me to get connected, and it helped me to move faster. Simple mindfulness techniques, breathing exercises, like I told us earlier on, BTA strategy, breathe, take a deep breath. Mindful coding. This mindful coding is the interpretation is you planning for you before you even start what you are doing. It's not only coding, because I know I'm not talking only to software developers here. We have other people, maybe project managers, product developers and the likes. So we need to plan. When we plan, it helps us to really identify those stress even before starting. Especially with our team, if we have team we are working with, or if we are working alone, we need to map it out. We need to map out our plans. I still do a lot of drawings on the board. I have a board, draw it out, or on your notepad or your journal. Try to draw it out. How do you want this project to look like? What are the things, or what are the steps you need to take? What's your deadline? What are the resources you would need? So in the course of this, it will really help you, and you focus on one thing at a time. You don't try to you want to start a particular project now, and you, oh, this I have to, no, focus on it at a time. Yes, there are some times that there might be something urgent, maybe another contract coming in into the company. What I do most times is I always try to negotiate well with my boss. Let's focus on this and let's finish up before we move to another thing. There are some things that is always so pressing. Okay, if it's pressing, what's the deadline you can give me for me to finish maybe first phase? So if I finish phase one of the initial project, if you say this is too we need to move to something else, okay, give me first phase, then after that then I can move into this. So with that, I won't have uncompleted projects, like having 10 projects and it's uncompleted. 10 projects but it's not completed, that means you don't even have any project at all. That is part of stress. It adds to stress as well. Work life integration, a new approach we can see in this work and personal. We have to balance it. There is a place of balance. There is a place of defining the reach. So what are the strategies to blend personal and professional life smoothly? There must be time. We must set up time. Now, for me, my phone, once I stand up from my laptop, I don't have access to work. I don't have Slack on my phone. I don't have anything related to work on my phone. Even emails is not on my phone. I did it intentionally because I just have to balance. When it's time for me to rest, I stand up, step back because I want to rest. So I set a time for myself to check my mails. So I come back to it, check my mails on my laptop, not on my phone. It's part of you balancing your with your personal life, because your health is very, very important as much as your work is important. So it's part of the strategies that help a lot. We must try as much as possible to make up our mind. I'm working 5 hours or I'm working 6 hours. I want to sleep for 4 hours or 5 hours. It depends on your body system. Yes, people advise it's better for you to sleep 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. You know what works best for you that can make your body to be well relaxed. So we need to pay attention to this, and this will really help our work balance. Building resilience in the face of tech challenges, importance of adaptability, then our growth mindset. We need to be encouraged to undo constant change. Constant change. We know tech, that's why it's tech. It's innovative. It will always change. So our mind must be programmed to this growth mindset that we want to learn more. We want to know what we can put in place so that in case this does not work, this can work. So with that, when there is any change coming in, our mind is prepared. It's not going to be a big deal for us because our mind is prepared. And again, maybe if something did not work, this part of resilience practice, if this did not work, what are the things we need to do? I always have plan B at the back of my mind. If this does not work, what can I do? There was a time I was working on a particular project. It's a application for a school and back in Africa, and I have to go to the Department of Education to go and relate with the directors of education in each state. But even entering their office, there are I've been told 1001 things why the application may not work if I don't undergo some process. So I have to go back to my drawing board to sit down and see how this will be impactful, how this will work. Because if that product should roll out and I did not address all those things, it will be a waste of resources and a waste of time at the end of the day. So we must try as much as possible to adjust, to adjust our mind even before starting the project. With this, it will really help us. Then with layoff going on now these days, I tell people, people in tech, we are blessed. We have this skill that Even when, fine, it may not be easy at the early stage, but there are ways that we can transfer our skills that can help us to generate some income. What are the things people we can add? What are the values we can add with the skills we have? Even if we are laid off, what are the things we can, what are the values we can add to people that can help us to generate income? That will help us a long way. We can even form a partnership with friends that are into tech too, coming together, and with that, when layoff comes in, it will not really affect us. It won't affect us. It won't really get to us like that. Fine, it's going to affect our income, but it will not get to us like that. Daily habits for well-being. We have to always stay hydrated. Movements, ergonomics in tech-driven lives. This is very, very important. We have to have a lot of practices of designing a workplace, having a proper posture, correct monitor positions. These are very, very important things we need to put in place so that it will not cause body strain for us, eyes being strained, or having headache. When the whole thing are well positioned well, it will go a very long way. And always stay hydrated. Always have your bottle of water beside you every now and then. It helps us to calm down stress, and we will not have headache because we sit so long in front of the computer. It can affect our eyes. Setting boundaries with workers. I told us this in the last slide. We really need to set boundaries. Finding strengths in communities. Importance of peer support. Building a professional personal support network. This is very important. When we have network of people of the same mind, it will help us, it will encourage us to keep going. Coming together now, it's a lot of encouragement for us. We can see people putting there what causes their stress. If I say, oh, this meeting deadline is part of my stress, and someone else is putting, oh, so that means I'm not the only one in this. So okay, what can we do to walk out of this particular stress? So with that, it will help. Forming a network, being in a network of people in your field will help you to find strength in your place of skill. Set your well-being goals. We all know SMART goals. Keep it simple, measurable, achievable. It must be realistic. Then time frame. It goes framework for our well-being. This helps us because it helps us to be prepared. We have planned it. We have our schedule for it. Working through it, it will help our well-being. Then tracking and measuring well-being progress. This is very, very essential. We have to always have this mindset of measuring our progress. How much have I achieved today? If I am unable to achieve what I set for myself for the day, I don't need to beat myself for it. All I just need to do is, what are the things I did that I should not have done? How can I be better? That's the importance of measuring this progress. So put it into writing, measure it. Most times I even do something like a chart, make it in form of a chart. So with that, it will help us. It will help us to really see how we can improve. If we do this for a week, we will see that even procrastination, it will be very easy for us to move out of procrastination because we track our progress. Staying adaptive and thriving. Focus on continuous learning. We must not stop to learn. When we have this mindset of growth, we want to develop, it will help us even when any. Do you have an example of a SMART goal for well-being? Okay, I will come back to that. So even for when any innovation comes in, our mind is prepared. We are learning. So we should always keep on track. Adapting to fast changes in the industry without burnout is still part of learning. So when we are learning, we are prepared. It's easy for us to adapt. Your well-being matters. A recap that I have for us today is mindfulness. We have to be conscious of the way we do things. resilience, find it very easy to adapt. And adaptability at times may not be easy, but in the course of we having a community, it helps us to adapt faster. We must create an healthy habit. Sleeping well, feeding well, planning, it goes a very long way. And I have a final word for us here. It says you have the power to thrive in tech while maintaining your well-being. You have the power to thrive in tech while maintaining your well-being. All this thing is about mindset. When we have the mindset that I can thrive and at the same time my well-being is very important to me, then it will help us to go a very long way. Thank you so much for joining me today. If we have questions, I know we have some questions. If we can, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn profile. Connect with me on LinkedIn, and I have a mindful page too on Facebook and Instagram. You can join me as well, where I share tips on mindfulness and how to, as a mom. So we are going to questions now. As a mom of young kid, I have found it challenging to maintain the resilient mindset. I used to take pride in establishing daily habits, make time during work for movements, and unapologetic about caring about that. Helped me get out of some dark thoughts and boost my ability to say, yeah, thank you so much, Grace, for sharing this. Thank you. Yes, it helps a lot. So I'm going to go to question. Not all people have the choice not to deal with work related content after get off work. Do you think only when people are good enough to have the right to say no, then they can balance work and life? I didn't get this question. Not all people have the choice to deal with work related content after get off work. Do you think only when people are good enough to have the right to say no, then they can balance work and life? Well, if I get this question right, about having the right to say no, to me, you must know what you want. And that is what has really helped me in life. Know what you want. There's no way, even if you are working with toxic people, you must always define your relationship. You must always set boundaries, because if you don't set boundaries, people don't care about your, let me use that in quotes, that people don't care about your well-being, in quotes. What do I mean? They just want to get the work done. They, even if you are available, they can put their own responsibility on you. So when you set boundaries, you talk to them, this and this are the things I can do for now. This will not be visible at the moment. You will have to give me a particular X time to do this. Not that you will say no outrightly, and there are some things that maybe you will need to really say no outrightly. With politely, this will not work. So with that, you saying no does not mean you are pushing them away or you are not friendly. You just have to balance your work and life. So set boundaries. Very, very important. Set boundaries. Any must-have items in terms of economic sector. Yes, as I said earlier on, I mentioned something about the position, the way we position our computer. We can, there is a way whereby your eyes must center on your screen. So try as much as possible. Some may use like a monitor, a stand, or your laptop stand, so that it can be straight. The screen can be straight to your eyes, not looking up or looking down. So looking straight helps a lot. It will help you not to strain your eyes. Then the position of the keyboard, if you are using a detached keyboard, is very important. Can we get the slides? Maybe I missed earlier. Okay. Where can we get that slide? I don't think I have. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, then I will send the slide to you. Maybe we can do it that way. Connect with me on LinkedIn, so I will send the PDF the PDF to you. So then our mouse, the kind of mouse we use, this wrist, there are some mouse that when you are handling it, this place will always touch the table. So there are some mouse that when you position your hand on it, your hand is like this on it. So it helps. And having a mouse pad is better than you just putting your hand directly on the table. So it helps a lot as well. Then the way you sit down on the chair you are using, you must try as much as possible to use a chair that is comfortable, that you can sit upright, not sitting and sliding, because by the time you sit and you slide, after some time you will have back pain. So you need a chair that you can sit and be comfortable with. So that is part of the ergonomic setup. I hope I answered your question. As a junior, I always so struggle to say no, or in other words, afraid to say no. What would be your advice here? Thank you. Yeah. So as a junior, I started as a junior as well, and I report directly to my CEO. So I have one-on-one rapport with my CEO. But anytime he gives me project to work on, and one thing about my CEO is he will always I had a lot of responsibilities. I was employed as a data systems, but I handle both data systems, the database setup. I handle project management at the same time. I do a lot of things. I follow him for meetings, for brainstorming meetings with stakeholders. So I had a lot of responsibilities, and that gave me a lot of opportunities to spread my tentacles in the tech field as well. So saying no, he always tell me when it comes to projects, when we want to develop any project, he will tell me, Oluwadunsin, I only have 20% to give you. You are the one to develop the other 80%. When he gives me the 20% and he gives me deadline, I will tell him, sir, this will not work at this deadline because of this, and this. That's why you must really understand your role, your task, the work, your work. You must understand it. So saying no with explanation. You will say no with explanation. Let them see reasons why this will not work at this time. So you can tell them this will not work at this time unless we do it this way, and this way. I hope I answered your question. I am always worried that if I set boundaries too obviously, I might miss opportunities. I might end up feeling I am replaceable, since essentially skills can be learned by anyone. Is there any tip to reduce this worry and mindset? Say yourself as the best. That's the first thing. I'm the best. All right, ma'am. I will call you soon. See yourself as the best. The best is in me. The world is waiting for the giant in me to shine. So using the word of affirmation will help you a lot, because this really helped me to overcome imposter syndrome. See yourself as, like what I told you earlier on, when my boss will say, I'm giving you 20%. It started with 10%. Then you look for the remaining 90%. And by God's grace, I was able to deliver the 90%. So it will sit down more than the way he can even think of. I will break it down for him. I will say, wow. So he increased it to 20%. Then I'm the one to provide the remaining 80%. And I will break it down, sit down with my team members, and we do the process. Start with your jottings, your drafts. We do it in infographics first for us to see the bigger picture of what we want to do before we even start the last thing. Coding is the last thing to start coding. So don't see yourself as, I'm going to be replaced. No, nobody can replace you. You are the best. The best is in you. The best is in me. You can wake up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror and say, Oluwadunsin, the best is in me. The world is waiting for me. My company cannot do without me. So with that, then start looking for things that can make you to be different. I have this kind of mindset. I have over 100 and 200 plus people that joined this section this morning. Yes. If 200, all the over 250 or 60 people that joined the section, we all want to apply for a job, maybe a virtual assistant job. Every one of us virtual assistant. I have this mindset that what will stand me out from the other 260 people? What are the additional skill I need to add that can make me to be different from these 260 people? And this has really helped me a lot. Yes, thank you, Samara. Don't underestimate your worth. Yes, don't underestimate it. Don't see it as, oh, yeah, you are better. No, I'm the best. Not even I am the best. I'm more than just better. Best. So with that, it will help your mindset. You will see yourself, before you know it, you will see yourself in the midst of people you've been eyeing from afar. Sitting down with them, you will see that you even have something better up, up here than them. So I hope I answered your question. I can see some hands up. I'm going to Ying. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I'm sorry if I mess it up. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So I think maybe it was not intentional. All right. In case Ying. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? This skills can be learned by now. Any other question, please? Okay, if there is no question, thank you so much for joining this section this morning. I really enjoyed this section. Kindly connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll be so glad to connect with everyone here. It's been so inspiring. Sincerely, I really feel so inspired again this morning going through this. Can you tell us how to connect with you on LinkedIn? I missed it. Okay. Let me share my screen again so that you can see. Yeah, this is my LinkedIn profile link, so you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the GHC section. Hope to see you people in person next year. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Bye.